and bound them tight, languishing in abject poverty. The employed too have found themselves in an era of job retention uncertainty, with employers retrenching staff. Muihaki Njogu brings us this report after having a discussion with officials from the Federation of Kenyan Employers.
Kenya as a nation has in the recent past struggled with sustaining its ever-growing population, a situation which has rendered many citizens broke and unemployed, with many just seeing a ray of hope during public celebrations where promises of a better tomorrow are made by leaders. However, this dream is far from being a reality, with the unemployed battling to secure employment opportunities, while those employed risking losing their job positions due to employers' inability to sustain employees' wages in these tough economic times. Report indicates that some of the companies in the country, such as East Africa Portland Cement, are in the plan of laying off workers in what they term as restructuring amends. Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Trade, Infrastructure and Cooperatives, Peter Munya, joins hand in terming this as a good move if the companies to remain afloat.
Oh, it is not true that East African Portland is laying off all its employees. Then it will not be in existence if it laid off all of them. What it is doing is restructuring. It has too many employees.
Officials from the Federation of Kenyan Employers, FKE, argued that for a sustainable job sequence, the employee and employer must agree on favorable terms. Stephen Obiro, head of Advocacy, Communication and Partnerships at FKE, explains the mandates of the entity and the importance of a good employer-employee work relation.
Yes, the Federation of Kenyan Employers is the voice of employers in Kenya, and to represent the employers on various issues to ensure that the environment is conducive for their working. And that means that as the Federation, we promote the employers to adopt best practices, because we know that is the only way they will be sustainable in their operation. Where there is social dialogue and each person is coming from a side of, we want to promote industrial growth in the country, industrial harmony. We want to grow the wealth in the country, and then all of us be able to share and benefit from this wealth. Then there is not going to be frictions. People are going to work together.
On her side, Grace Kanyiri, head of legal services at FKE, gives more insight on the legality of a contract termination and the relevance of retrenchment notice to the employees.
It is never the will of the employer or the employee that these layoffs happen, but it is due to circumstances, and sometimes due to the financial situation of a company or due to the organizational structure of the company. Provisions of the Employment Act with regard to redundancy also provide what we call severance pay, that is payable to the employee as a compensatory so to speak, amount that is given due to the redundancy.
With the wave of unemployment hitting hard on the doorsteps of many Kenyans, those already employed are not excluded from this uncertainty, with many employers now retreating to retrenching workers so as to restructure their companies. What is now clear is that it is time for social dialogue to be conducted between the employers and employees so as to have a healthy working environment. Muihaki Njogu, KUTV, Nairobi.